people.
Who was my first kiss?
Can I ask, like, the sex?
No.
I'm gonna go with a boy, and I don't know, Chad. Am I right?
You're wrong.
Damn. Who was it?
It was John Ard.
Damn it. Okay. Your turn.
Okay.
Who was my first kiss?
It was a girl.
Well, obviously.
Okay, no, it's not her because that was like Ricky's first girlfriend. Brooke.
No.
Who?
Let me look back and think on it.
He doesn't even know. You don't even know.
I think it was Hannah, actually.
Hannah Garner?
Yeah. I dated her in elementary school numerous times.
Wow. I forgot about that. What is one insecurity that I have?
One insecurity that you have?
Yeah, because I have quite a few.
Well, obviously. I think everybody does. But, okay, yeah, there we go. An insecurity that you have because of past relationships, you're afraid that a girl will leave you for a man because it's happened to you so many times before.
Yes. See, you could have been right in so many options. So I gave you quite an easy question.
Okay. What is one of my insecurities?
It's the easiest one of all.
What? Oh. Me and my body? Yeah. My body.
Yeah.
Yes. That's easy.
Which gummy bear is my favorite?
I'm going to go with... No, I don't know. I'm like, because I was thinking the yellow because I know you like lemons. I'm like, well, no, I don't think that one's her favorite though. I'm going to go with, in the packs where they have the blue ones, I think the blue. Let me go with that.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever had a blue. Okay, wait. A long, long time ago, there was Amazing Fruit, and it was in a blue package, and it had bears on the front of it. That was like way back in the 90s. Like, I'm talking 94, 93. And those were my favorites. And it might have had a blue, but I'm not sure. Since we're going to go with the standard Haribo.
Okay, standard. Okay, if we're going with that, then the red?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go with the red.
And with you, I'm going to go with clear. The pineapple.
Yeah, I love those ones.
Who is my favorite Disney princess?
Ooh, okay, this one's pretty interesting. Are we counting like the new stuff too now? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's so freaking many now. Mm-hmm. Because like if you're just going, you're like counting Pocahontas, you're counting Mulan, Snow White, Cinderella, Rapunzel. I'm gonna go stick to the classics, and I'm gonna say, because recently the movie that you bought, I'm gonna go with Pocahontas.
You're right.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the songs off there, and I don't know, it's so nostalgic.
I knew it all the time. I was like, wait, we just talked about this. Okay, now you're gonna have to give me a second to think about mine before you answer. Let me think, so I can have an answer in my head. Okay, I think I have mine.
Okay. Let me think.
Send mixed signals.
I'm gonna go with Mulan.
How the f*** did you know that?
I don't know.
How the hell would you get that?
Because I started thinking about, recently, what you and Ricky have been watching and how excited you both got over Mulan. You know what I'm not seeing? I want to see
the second one.
No, Princess and the Frog.
You've never
I've
seen
not
that?
seen that. No,
I don't think I've actually sat down and watched the whole movie, but I know I've seen clips of it and I get like the gist of the movie.
Well, back in the day, I thought it was going to be like something along the lines of Anastasia, and Anastasia bored the crap out of me, so I'm like, I'm not going to watch Princess and the Frog.
I think that probably did that to a lot of kids. That's the one with that little white bat and that creepy guy with his eye keeps falling out, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because she has red hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the little hat she wears and then the coat and all that. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Oh, shit, I forgot all about that. Is she even considered a Disney princess?
It's actually a real story, but I don't think that they followed the right actual storyline to what truly happened. But Anastasia is a true story.
Do you consider her a Disney princess?
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically she was royalty, and then she got kidnapped or whatever happened.
What's that one movie I'm thinking about then with the Aztec whatever temple shit?
Oh, that's Atlantis.
The girl with the markings on her and the white hair and all that. You consider her one too, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know her name.
Well, see, also there's like so many other people that's not really like actual princesses, but they're in the princess category because they're a female lead in a Disney movie.
So they consider them under the category of Disney princess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then now that all these other like stuff's been added, so like Disney technically owns like Star Wars.
Yeah, so many freaking memes about that. All over, like, who was it that they were trying to say is a Disney princess now?
Was it Thor?
I think someone made a joke about that, about Thor, and then
oh God, wouldn't Hella be then?
I don't
too.
We need to Google like a list of it after we're done with this of like all the Disney princesses.
What app do I use most often?
Oh, well, that's kind of hard. You have a lot on your phone that I don't even know about, though. I feel like, okay.
I'll help you out. I use it a lot. Like, I talk about it quite a lot.
iFunny?
No, not anymore.
The only other one that I can think of would be YouTube. I know everybody uses that religiously.
No.
Facebook? What the?
No.
I don't know.
Reddit?
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
I use Reddit like religiously now. It's just like
you're one of those people now. You're one of those crazy psychos in those Reddit chat groups.
I don't really chat though. Okay, you. This one's gonna be pretty easy, I think.
Yeah,
YouTube.
for you, I feel like.
YouTube.
Yeah, I live on YouTube. I'm always watching something on YouTube.
Ricky too.
He's cheating. I didn't know nothing about this Reddit nonsense. I didn't know. Call me ancient, whatever, old. I wasn't aware that they had an app. I was just thought you always go to like the website or something. Saying it out loud, I feel pretty stupid, but whatever.
I'm going to rearrange this question.
Okay.
It's did I ever get written up in school? What for? Okay, I'm going to rearrange it. Have I ever actually almost got a paddling in school?
Okay. I think you have. If my memory serves correctly, I think you almost have. Oh, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Twice. 2 different schools. Well, because the first one was Miss Childers, and it's because I was running in the hallway because I had to go.
You told me that she kept running in the hallway.
Yeah.
She grabbed you, whatever took you.
She did. She took me in the office, and she's like, "How many times have I had to tell your entire classroom to not be running in the hallways?" And I was like, "I had to go pee pee." And she's like, "We don't say that word. You say bathroom." And I'm just like, "Okay."
I told you that time that I remember whenever Miss Tucker and all that, and I was like, "I have to go pee pee," and she's like, "You're not going to recess." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "You were standing there talking with the teacher the whole time, and I was literally doing everything." I was sitting there going. I was trying to get her attention. You can tell she was purposely, like, she had a hand waving. She was ignoring me because she was having a conversation. She was like, you know how that would act, be like, 2 adults are in the middle of talking, you can wait.
Yeah.
I need to use the bathroom. I'm about to pee on myself. I can't go until you excuse me. Your job is not to be sitting around talking with another teacher. Your job is to freaking pay attention to your students.
Yeah, the thing is, I did know that she saw you because what can't she see? She's the Eiffel Tower.
This woman is huge. She's like severely tall.
She had to duck to get in the doorway.
Yeah.
Do you remember she would have to?
Yeah, do that to get in the. Yes. Does she have a husband?
I think so.
Oh, he had to feel inadequate next to her. Mm-hmm. He had like insecurities out the ass.
Yeah.
Being with like a woman like, you know how men of the pride are and all that, and then a woman bigger than him and stronger, yeah.
Yeah, men with their pride. The second time is I got caught cheating in my Christian school. Whenever you have your pace, I was doing math, I remember. I would have to go up to the scoreboard to score it, and I would write the answers really tiny next to it, like out of my score key, the answers, in the red pen, mind you. And then whenever I would get up there and have the right answer the second time around, I would just scribble that out. And then my teacher started looking through my pace. She's like, "Why are there marks next to every question?" And I'm like, she's like, "You were writing the answers and scribbling them out." And then they took me out, and they were like, we would paddle you, and I know we don't have permission. That's one reason why we're not doing it. And the second reason is you never do something like this. This just must be a very hard subject for you. And I'm just like, it is. I was like 4th or 5th grade.
Oh, that sounds really kind and understanding.
Yeah. Wow. So I didn't get a paddling. I never got to sign it. Every kid who got paddled with it, it was like a thing. They'd sign it.
At that school?
Popular thing.
Oh, that's weird.
They would even paddle the high schoolers. It was weird.
Yeah, that is.
Anyway, let's see. You, knowing how you are, I would say you did get paddled. Smart.
I always got in trouble for talking in elementary school.
Yeah. You also got in trouble for talking in high school.
History repeats itself.
Yes, it does. God.
I like talking. I can't help it.
I know you do. And then whenever the teacher tells you to stop talking, you're just like, I don't care what you say. I don't think you're talking. What was a big hobby of mine growing up?
I don't know, because I can think of a couple. I know you really enjoyed, like, writing. You enjoyed, like, reading. You used to play volleyball as a kid. So it's like, I'm going with, like, reading, writing, you know. I know you used to play volleyball. Something under those categories. I know something like that has to be a hobby of yours.
Yeah.
I know you enjoyed writing. I know that for a shadow of a doubt.
Let's go with, like, since that was too big of a spectrum.
Yeah.
Collections. What kind of collections did you have growing up? I've talked about this.
Now I'm feeling the heat. Collections.
It's not something I've recently talked about, but I've talked about it.
Magazines? I don't know.
Bouncy balls.
Bouncy balls.
Yeah, I had an entire fish tank full of bouncy balls.
You're such an odd individual.
Every time I went somewhere and they had a quarter machine with bouncy balls, I might get one.
Big old fish tank. You're weird.
Yeah, well, it's not like, one of those big gigantic gallon fish tanks. It was like one of those bowls.
Oh, okay. No, I'm envisioning like a big, the glass one.
Oh, God, no. Where would I even put that? You've seen where I grew up. Where the hell would I know? Okay, I feel like this is going to be really hard because the only thing I can think of is video games. But I don't feel like that was necessarily a collection.
Yeah, I don't think it's something collected.
Did you have anything that you collected? Because I feel like you did.
You feel like I did?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I don't know if you really consider it. I mean, you could try guessing it, I guess.
I'm going to go with Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
No, not as a kid. I got into that a little bit older when Ricky introduced me into it. But it's nothing like that. It's not something... It's just like notes from school. I have notes from when me and Brooke first met in 6th grade. Notes that we passed and stuff like that in my binder in there.
Damn, you still have those?
Like notes and stuff like that, yeah. Where we just write back and talk with each other and stuff like that. I don't know. It meant a lot to me because it's just like those memories. So I don't know. I kept those every time. That's
really cool.
I don't know. So I guess you'd call it something that I collected.
Because I can say I don't really think I've got any notes from old friends.
You don't?
Anymore, no.
Did me and you ever pass notes in high school?
We didn't really have a class together.
I could swear we've wrote each other a couple, though. Like, in the hallways, would give them to each other or something. Or maybe that was just with Brooke. I don't know.
We might have.
I think that we have. Because I remember, her always telling me, your notes and stuff like that would be, so extremely long. And then whenever I got one, actually seeing it myself, it's like a fucking book. You write the front page, you cover the back page, and then you have, an additional paper with it. And it's, all folded up, and it's just,
So, y'all were complaining about my notes.
She was complaining. She told me, and then I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're talking about.
She did the same shit, though, sometimes.
You know how she was.
Yeah. There was one time she wrote me a note. It was 6 pages long. It was so thick.
What'd you guys talk about? Well, you guys didn't have classes with each other, so...
No, but I think it was a 3-day weekend, and it was over a 3-day weekend.
Oh, so you were telling each other what happened over the whole...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I get that. I don't know. I'm just over there, when you guys be passing notes, I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be a note.
But it's we were dating, and we didn't get to talk on the phone. We didn't get to see each other on the weekends. The only time we saw each other was at school, and the only class we ever had together was gym when I first met her, and journalism.
Okay, so yeah, you guys have.
And that's whenever we were sort of drifting apart. Mm-hmm. And then after we broke up, I stopped hanging out with her, and I started hanging out with Holly and Michael.
That's sad.
That was awkward.
Why?
Being in the classroom with her after we broke up.
You meant hanging out with Holly and Michael. I was like,
oh no,
why was that awkward?
No, Holly and Michael's fine, man. If I wouldn't have had Holly and Michael time, I probably would have friggin' thrown myself off the balcony or something.
Did you have anyone else to talk to in journalism?
No.
Did you ever consider transferring out of it?
I didn't think about it. Because all I had in that classroom was Bailey and Brooke.
And Bailey didn't talk to you after you got
Bailey would talk to me, yeah. But it's just Bailey and Brooke sat with each other. And I sat with Bailey and Brooke. And the only reason I even went into that classroom is because Brooke begged me
to transfer to go in there and sign up for it, and then you guys broke up, and then now you don't.
Yeah, whenever we were doing class, she was like, please come in journalism with me, and I'm just like, I'll try. I mean, I think I have some electives I have room for, and I did, and then she did that, and I'm just like, now what? So then that's whenever I started making friends with Holly and Michael. So
shitty to do.
Yeah. Well, you know how that goes.
We know. Yes, we know.
What was the actual question? What was the subject here?
We got so far.
Oh my god.
Collections, some that we collected. And then we both
I didn't get everything on the notes.
I was just like,
Especially us.
Yeah, you know the one time with this?
Mm-hmm. I guess whenever you have that many years, that kind of shit happens.
Yes, you're just like reminiscing, especially since we've known each other for 11 years. There's a lot of history to be able to talk about.
Right. Okay, what is my religion?
I think it's pretty obvious. I'm going to say it. I think Christianity.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure it's Christianity.
Yours is also Christianity.
You know, that she was asking me, that was one of the questions, like, you know, religion and stuff like that. And I was like, Christianity. I was like, but I put in parentheses, I don't like really practice it. Like, I don't read my Bible. I don't go to church. But, like, I do believe in God. Like, you know, I accept him in my heart, blah, this and that. I believe him, you know, I try to respect him as much as possible. I don't pray and I don't do, like, stuff like that, but I do believe in him.
Right.
And I feel like, for me, may be offending people out there talking about and all that, but for me personally, that's all I need for me to feel comfortable and lay my head down at night is knowing that I believe in God. I try being a good person. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I don't know about other people, but that's me.
I mean, I guess mine, all it comes down to is, you know, I was such a strong, you know, Christian child. They told me Jesus is with me always, and I took it literal. I thought he was beside me, and we were holding hands walking through the hallways of elementary school, and I'd save him a seat, and literally, I don't know, I took it literally. And, you know, after coming to the realization that I was gay, you're still over here laughing at me.
Because just imagine you walking around just trying to...
I was like,
just holding up.
Come on, Jesus. That's literally what I did. I remember doing it. And then I pulled out the chair in computer class because Jesus could use a computer too. And then one of the kids tried to sit there. I was like, you can't sit there. It's Jesus' seat. And they're like, okay, I'm sorry, somewhere else.
I'm sorry, Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh, mine just came down to, you know, me being gay and then, you know, me being told by everybody in the church, you know, you can't practice your religion with being the way you are.
I hate that because I disagree so bad. I disagree with that so like it flies all over me. I don't feel like that you cannot be a Christian or believe in God and then, you know, tell somebody, well, you can't be that just because you're gay.
Yeah.
How can they not believe? Who are you to tell someone what they can and cannot believe in? Who are you to tell someone what they can and cannot believe in?
Right.
Like, this is your religion too, and you believe in God. Shouldn't you be out there telling that person they need to love God and accept him into their heart? Shouldn't you be telling them that?
Yeah, people saying, oh, you're going to go to hell. Well, here's the thing. Only God can tell me if I am or not. And in this Bible, where you said, you know, all the stuff that you're practicing, it also says in there, do not play the role of God.
And essentially, that is you playing the role of condemning someone to hell. Yes. Yeah. I don't know.
That's also why GD is so bad. It's because
you're damning something. Yeah. And that's what it pisses me off when people are like dating when he lived there and stuff like that. And he was just like, you know, he went to that and they were kind of like all being really weird towards him whenever he moved in with us. And I guess the people, because we'd never went to it, obviously. I guess.
Was it the one at the end of the street?
Yeah. And I guess they had just knew about us, I guess. I don't freaking know. You know how small towns are. And they had knew about us, so they were like kind of like really weird towards him because he lived with us. And it's just like, that's so ridiculous to me. Is like when people, and when it comes to I know I need to stop myself and I will in 1 second when it comes to this because it can cause a lot of issues. But it's just, that's one thing that flies all over me is whenever that kind of stuff happens. And I'm not saying all Christians, so don't say that I'm grouping people together and generalizing people. I'm talking about from my personal experiences of stuff that I've experienced myself. I've seen happen on numerous occasions, and it's to be facts. These are things that have happened. They're supposed to be loving. They're supposed to be caring and supporting. And then instead they're attacking you, they're telling you that you're going to go to hell, or they're shunning you and they don't want no part of you and not trying to be there for you and be, like you said, like, instead of being, oh, love this person, blah, blah, this and that, accept them for who they are and even the flaws and all. I'm pretty sure everybody in this whole freaking world, that especially people that go to that church, they have their flaws and things that they do that are very sin-like. And I'm not out there.
Sins.
Exactly. I'm not out there and being like, oh, you don't need to go to church. And if you're doing that, then if that's the case, nobody needs to go to church because we're all sinning.
Mm-hmm. And actually, according to their Bible, is not for Christians. is for the sinners. That's where the sinners are supposed to go to learn about God and to get close with God. And to
that makes sense.
Try their best to abandon their sin, even though you know you're going to sin again, as long as you're not consciously doing it. Like I know I'm not supposed to be smoking a cigarette,
but I'm still going to anyway.
But then at the church I went to, my family church, as soon as I let out everybody go outside before they leave and smoke a cigarette.
Right.
I'm like
that until I got older. That not every people like in, because I know there's like Baptist and then there's like different things with inside of or. Yeah. And there's different things that they believe in.
There's like different branches of.
Yeah, and there's like people that believe once saved, always saved. Like some of my family are like that, and then some aren't. So that's when I started learning as I got older that there's different things even within that religion that people have their separate beliefs. And that's when I started like figuring out things and questioning things for myself. And I'm like, okay, well, why does some of our family members say this and tell me that? And that's what I was raised with. But then I'm also having some of my other family members tell me this. Yeah. And it's not right. So it's like you started getting very conflicted and confused, and then you just realize everybody has their own truth and what they believe in.
Right.
So some people believe that you can be saved and you're saved your whole life and you're automatically going into heaven, and some are like, no, that's not right, I don't agree with that. And then some people believe in being born again, and some people don't believe that you're born again, and it's really all. And then, but my point what I was trying to make was I had never heard of that one until I got older. If you smoke on earth, you shall surely smoke in hell, or something like that. I think that's the way that it was worded. I think that's the way that it was worded.
I've never heard that.
Bad Girls Club, when the Ambers, they get married at that church, and like the woman, she's like got this orange hair, and she's like, no, I'm refusing to marry you guys, blah blah this and that, because she thought that one of them was marrying a guy, and she was gonna do it for them, and it's fake, it wasn't real. They made up like these fake vows and stuff like that, and they were gonna get married. And then one of the girls went outside and lit up a cigarette, and she went out there and was like, no, you don't need to smoke, blah blah this and that, it's a sin, yada yada. If you smoke on earth, you shall surely smoke in hell. And it started quoting Bible verses and stuff like that at them. They're like, what is this woman going on about? I know we got sidetracked, sorry, but I had to tell you that. I did not know that supposedly, smoking a cigarette was sinful. It's just, it's really weird when you think about things, because you're like, cigarettes wasn't even invented back then. So no, like, right. How can you tell you that's bad and it's a sin when it wasn't even around?
It's just whatever destroys your body.
Yeah, because you're supposed to treat it like a temple.
Yeah, too much food, too much
gluttony,
smoking.
But then also you're actually supposed to be allowed to drink or something like that?
I don't know. It's only if you're like taking communion.
Okay, yeah. So I know there was like an exception for it.
Yeah. There's like, you have the blood of Christ, the wine. But, you're not supposed to be drinking beer and vodka and tequila.
Well, yeah, obviously.
That's stuff that destroys your body. And then, there's also piercings, tattoos.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I knew that one. Yeah. My family, yes, strongly believe in that. As you can tell, my mother.
You're supposed to wear makeup. You're not supposed to wear jewelry because, that's decorating your body. That's asking for attention.
Yeah, see, that's why I was like, I never understood.
But then you go into churches and you see women with their hair cut and the makeup and jewelry and
right.
Some, they got their ears pierced. Men weren't supposed to cut their hairs at one point either. They're supposed to also have long hair. I don't get the whole you're not supposed to wear the clothes of a man, so women can't wear pants or whatever. But like men also wore the long robes back in the day. Everybody wore the robes, the dress.
I thought men were supposed to like
cut their hair,
clean cut, man, whatever this and that.
Yeah, with your beard.
Yeah,
you're supposed to. But back in the day, like they were not supposed to cut their hair either, because hair is a sign of godliness. And whenever Jesus was taken into captivity before they. You know how you see him up on the cross and he still has long hair?
Yeah.
They shaved his hair, they plucked his beard.
Because that was...
Not shaved, they cut his hair short.
Because that was
and
like...
plucked his beard.
Going against him and showing whatever. Okay.
Which Jesus was clean shaven most of the time. But then in prison it grew and they plucked it. Yeah.
Plucked?
Yeah. They plucked his beard.
Can you imagine someone plucking your individual beard hair? Oh my lord, what? I would...
Yeah. And then they cut his hair with sheaves. But, you remember the story of Samson? I mean, God, we are getting so off.
Yeah, I was like, we're over here having like...
Samson had long hair, and that was his glory. That was his strength.
Yeah, and then you cut off and like...
Yeah, Delilah cut it off in his sleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole thing is with, the real... And I abandoned it for a long time because I was told that,
I think that makes a lot of younger LGBTQ community, I think that makes a lot of them, as they're young and getting older, shy away from it.
Yeah.
It's because the type of reaction they receive once they come out into the open and I'm questioning my sexuality, or they just blatantly say, some people that don't even question, they're just like, hey, I am this.
Yeah.
And then they see
that people... Well, you can't be Christian
you're going to hell, you can't do this, you can't do that, and it makes them be like, I'm gonna go over here where people are showing me love and affection. And I think, because I experienced that myself too.
I got told that by my own family. You pointless to go to Becky because you're gonna go to hell anyway.
I don't feel like that should be said to somebody, especially to your own family member. Just because of their sexual orientation, you should not tell them not to try to go to church.
I was even told at one point, I can't remember who told me, but they said, don't you want to go to heaven and see Sean?
I hate when they play that card.
They tried to hold that over my head.
They did the same thing with Ricky, and they did the same thing with me, like about people that had passed away in our family. And I was like, that's not right. You can't do that to somebody, because they did that with Ricky about his grandma. I don't know if he told you that. Don't you want to see your grandmother? I think it was his mom, the one that said that to him. And then they said it to me about my grandpa, and then, I don't know. One more question. You're still ahead of me, so hopefully you can get this wrong, and I can get it right.
My tie up for that whole thing was, I do believe in God, and me and God do have a relationship, and I do pray to him, and he does answer back, and I know if he doesn't answer back right away, it's taking time, things are happening the way it's supposed to happen. That's just how I believe, and no one can sit there and tell me it's pointless because it's frankly none of your business, and you want to sit here and play this whole Bible card when literally everyone goes against it. Everybody has their own sin, and the Bible has been translated how many times? Things have been added and things have been left out and things have been changed, and you don't know.
No.
The King James Version is not right.
How many versions are there out there?
Yeah.
I mean, the list can go on and on. Really, truly it can.
And back in the day, being gay probably was wrong because they needed the world to be populated. But now if everyone was having babies, we would be so overpopulated we wouldn't be able to survive. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
We would be way too overpopulated if everybody was straight and everybody was having babies. It would be an absolute mess.
I know we're getting so far off track on this, but it's just like that's what makes me so angry is that when you're growing up, the stuff that people tell you and put in your head is so opposite of what they actually really tell you that you need to believe. As a child, no, and you're like, you cry about something because you got picked on and something happened to you at school, and you come home and you tell your parents, no, that's fine, they don't need to pick on you for that. That's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you individual. That's what makes you unique. That's what makes you you. We're all different. We're supposed to be different or the world would be really boring, blah, blah, this and that, yada, yada, this. And then as you get older and you tell them, well, I think this about myself, I think that about myself, and it's something that's different and going against the grain, no, that's wrong. You don't need to be that way. You need to conform to society and be normal. And it's like, but then growing up, they tell you, you're supposed to enjoy these things about yourself. That's what makes you you and different from everyone else and unique is because of those things.
Yep.
I hate it. It pisses me off. Anyway, sorry.
Jeez. Your video is probably so long right now.
Probably.
One more question. Who is my favorite superhero?
Ooh. Your favorite superhero?
There's two possible answers.
I'm gonna go with, because I know you're big into the Marvel, so I'm gonna dive into there and choose from there. And the recent movies of those ones, I'm gonna go with, you said there's two? So
two possible choices.
I'm having a strong thing telling me possibly either Iron Man or Spider-Man. I'm thinking it's one of those. At least one.
You're wrong.
Really? What?
Deadpool and Black Panther.
Oh my god, of course I should have known.
God, those movies are so great. They're so great. I just love them both so much.
Whatever.
Okay, this is going to be really hard because you are actually deeper into this than I am.
Okay, I'll just make a generalization of one of my favorite ones. The one that just popped in my head. I've always loved them, so.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid.
I'm going to go ahead and pit Marvel against DC. I'm going to take DC and just...
Okay, yeah, stick with Marvel, yeah, okay. We'll do that, yeah.
Marvel.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's from the Marvel Universe, yeah.
Spider-Man. Oh my god.
Wrong. If you should have known me. I love anything with a strong female role.
Wait a minute. Black Widow.
No.
What?
Wonder Woman. I've always loved her.
That's DC.
That is?
That's DC.
No, it isn't. Is it?
Don't even look at me. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Justice League. Batman,
Justice League.
Superman, that is DC.
I grew up with that. I love that.
Yeah, let's do with Marvel.
I'm sorry.
So I'm over here thinking about all the Marvels. If you would have said DC, I'd been like, easy, Wonder Woman.
I love Wonder Woman. She has super strength. She can fly. She has a lasso of truth. She has her little cufflets. She has an invisible plane. I love her.
But I'm gonna go out on the limb here. I'm gonna be the odd man out and say I was not that impressed with the movie. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that was the greatest thing ever, but it was a good movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be making a second one?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
And then there's, gonna be like Kitty Pryde, which you're excited for. There's gonna be a Black Widow movie. There's going to be Captain Marvel.
I love anything with like a strong, like, that's why I love Buffy. That's why I love Charmed. I love anything with like a strong female role lead of like, bitch, I'm badass and I don't need you. I can take through this shit on my own. I don't need no man.
I get so tired of the overplayed, I'm a man.
I can save the world.
I can save the woman, and I get the girl on the end. I'm strong and I'm bad, and I'm just like, that is so overplayed. You know how sick and tired I am of that?
Yeah, like, let this woman come in here and
That's
show
why
you
I
how
got
it's
so
done.
freaking mad about Jurassic World.
Yeah, I remember you complaining about that.
Bryce Dallas Howard, who could have actually been a really badass character, and she had her moments, but they were just so.
Oh, you're talking about
Chris Pratt, muscly, gorgeous, on a bike, coming in with the dinosaurs and saving the girl with the freaking high heels, like, got her running in her high heels. The Davis music coming. It's just like, first off, this whole entire thing could have been easily avoided, very easily avoided, if y'all would have been so freaking stupid with her high heels. God, that got on my nerves so bad. That movie got me pretty livid in some parts. I'm just like, they did it much better on the
I'm gonna have to watch you in high heels. Do that.
Ricky has a picture of me in high heels in my basketball shorts with a t-shirt on, mopping the floor.
I think I remember that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But you with her.
We were good
high heels on, and
he was sitting over there behind the camera with a wig on, that blonde curly wig.
Oh god, yeah.
And I was over there in the high heels. We were just goofing off that night. You were at work.
Yeah.
I had just gotten off not long before that, whenever I worked at Factory Connection.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. I don't think he was. Was he working at that time? Or was that after the wreck? I think that was after the wreck.
Yeah, because you worked a little bit right after the wreck at Factory Connection.
Yeah, up until January.
Yeah, and then they closed down, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, no, I didn't even make it to January. We were supposed to make it to January.
And yeah, and you guys
closed down
because you sold everything.
We sold everything.
More things are coming your guys' way, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and look forward to what's to come, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.